Julian took a step forward. Just one, but it was enough. Mara felt it, that shift, that decision. She should leave, and she knew that. Every logical part of her knew that. Instead, she turned and walked back. The distance between them closed faster than it should have. Neither of them spoke, but they didn't need to. By the time she reached him, the air between them had changed completely. It was quieter, heavier, more real. "You came back," Julian said. It wasn't surprise. It was acknowledgement. Mara met his eyes. "You didn't leave." His mouth curved faintly. "I told you I wouldn't." She exhaled slowly. "This is a bad idea." "Yes, it is." "And we're still standing here." "Yes, we are." A beat passed, and then Mara said softly, "If we do this, we don't get to pretend anymore." Julian's expression shifted. It wasn't hesitation, but recognition. "I know." "Do you?" she pressed. "Because this doesn't stay small." It already isn't. The honesty hit hard. Mara's pulse quickened. "Then why are you still here?" Julian stepped closer. Not rushed, not careless, just certain. "Because so are you." Her breath faltered. The city noise dimmed again, like the world had learned to step back when they got too close. Mara searched his face. "For someone who says he wants to do this right," she says quietly, "you're not making it easy." Julian's voice dropped. "Doing it right doesn't mean ignoring it." "It might." "It doesn't." They stood there, the space between them narrowing with every second. "You're still engaged," she said. "I know." "You talked to her?" "Yes." "And you didn't end it?" "Not tonight." The words sat between them. Not a lie, not a resolution, just truth. Mara nodded slowly. "That matters." "It does." "Then we stop." The sentence hung in the air. Julian didn't move, neither did she. "Tell me to walk away," he said quietly. Mara's chest tightened. "You said that before." "I mean it." His eyes held hers. "If you say it, I go." Her pulse pounded. This was the moment, the decision, the clean exit. She could end it right here, go home and sleep, wake up and pretend that none of this had happened. Her lips parted, but she didn't speak. Julian's gaze flicked to her mouth, just for a second, and then back to her eyes. "You're not saying it," he murmured. "No." "Why?" Mara swallowed. "Because I don't want you to." The truth landed heavy. Julian exhaled slowly. "That's what I thought." Silence stretched between them. And then Julian lifted his hand slowly, stopping just short of her. The same question as before, the same pause, but this time Mara didn't hesitate. She closed the distance, her fingers curled lightly into his shirt, and that was enough. Julian's hand settled at her waist, steady, grounding, not pulling too hard, not rushing, just holding. Their foreheads brushed for a brief second, breath mingling. "This is the part where we stop," Mara whispered. "Yes." Neither of them moved, and then Julian leaned in. The kiss wasn't sudden, it wasn't impulsive, it was inevitable. It was slow and deliberate. the kind that carried everything they'd been holding back and refused to rush through any of it. Mara felt it immediately, the difference. This wasn't the stairwell. There was no fluorescent light, no sharp edges, just the quiet of the street, the warmth between them, and the absence of anything pretending to be professional. Her grip tightened slightly. Julian responded, just enough, his hand firm at her waist, keeping her close without crossing the line into something careless. When they pulled back, it wasn't far. It couldn't be. Their foreheads rested together again, breathing uneven. "That shouldn't have happened," Mara said softly. Julian's voice was just as quiet. "No. You're still... I know." The words came faster this time, sharper. Mara opened her eyes. "So now what?" Julian didn't answer immediately. He stepped back just enough to create space again. That restraint, again, it mattered. "I meant what I said," he said finally. "I'm going to end it." Mara studied him. "And until then?" Julian's jaw tightened. "Until then, we don't do that again." Her heart skipped. "Do you believe that?" He held her gaze. "I have to." Mara's breath trembled faintly. "That sounds like you're trying to convince yourself." "Maybe I am." Silence fell again. Mara stepped back fully, breaking the last of the closeness. "That's probably the only way this doesn't get worse," she said. Julian nodded. "Yes." Another pause, longer this time, less charged and more aware. "We should go," Mara said. "Yes." Neither of them moved immediately, but then Mara turned. This time, though, she didn't look back right away. She walked toward the garage again, each step heavier than it should have been. Halfway down the block, her phone buzzed. She stopped and closed her eyes briefly, and then looked. Jay. That didn't make it easier. Her lips pressed together. She typed back, "No." Another message, "Jay." It made it worse. Mara let out a slow breath. Her fingers hovered, and then, "Yes." She sent it. Across the street, Julian read it. She didn't have to look to know. Her phone buzzed one last time. "Jay. I'll fix what I need to fix." Mara's chest tightened. This wasn't a promise, but it wasn't nothing. She typed back slowly, "You should." And then pause. Response from Jay, "I will." Mara stood there for a moment longer before finally walking away. This time, she didn't turn around, but the feeling didn't leave. The tension didn't fade. If anything, it settled deeper, more real, more complicated. But now the line wasn't just blurred, it had been crossed. And both of them knew there was no going back to before.